kind of work I do, I'm mostly on the dark side of the world. So, लगा आपको एंड में ऐसा लगेगा क्या तुम मेरे को डराने आए थे, तो मेरा आंसर सिंपल है हाँ, और मैं वही बोलने वाला हूँ. So there was a German CEO. That German CEO, you know, he called up his UK CEO who was sitting in London, and they run an energy firm, you know, so this petroleum and oils and all those kind of things. And he generally spoke with this typical accent and all those kind of things, and the UK CEO was like conversing with him. And now the German CEO says, listen, this Hungarian supplier which is there now, you need to transfer $243 million, and please do that. And he told him the steps also, that this is what you need to do, and I'll be sending the approval later. This guy transfers it. This money goes to the South America via the Hungarian supplier and all that. So he gets a call for the second time. Now he finds something fishy and he doesn't transfer the money. So what had really happened? The German CEO who had called was a deep fake voice. It was a deep fake voice. He knew everything, but it was not he. We'll say it, because it was a computer speaking to a human. Now you may say, fine, it's $243 million, but it's just one of a case. And it's not in India. Has it happened in India? Yes. A Kerala man, Rajendran, he gets a call. So he used to work with this company, Coal India. He had retired from there. And at that point of time, he had his another friend also, some Ganeshan. The second name is changed. First one is real. And Ganeshan talks to him, everything, how's your daughter, and those blah, blah, blah. And it's a proper audio call. Now Ganeshan says, I just need 40,000 rupees. So we are talking about only 40,000 rupees. So Rajendran, he's 67-year-old, and he was very updated about the crimes and all. He says, come on a video call. He says, please don't mind. I know we've been talking about the canteen stuff and this and that, but please come on the video call. Ganeshan comes on the video call. He says hi to him. They talk for 2 minutes. Rajendran is convinced. He transfers 40,000. This again was a scam. The audio, the video, both were deep faked. So this is the era. So like if last 5 years have been the era of financial cybercrimes, these 5 years, specifically starting from 2024, is going to be an era of everything to do with deep fakes. So deep fakes are like what? Why the word deep? Fake is fake, you know it. But deep is because of, you know, when you talk about AI and ML, it is about the deep learning technology that we are talking about. So that's the reason the word deep. What was the first deep fake kind of a thing created? We call it as the deep nudes. So remember, there was a time when you would just take a person and morph them so as to make them nude. People would make it out that this is photoshopped. It was very clear, you know, you could make it out it's photoshopped, because let me tell you a real case of Venupriya. Venupriya was from Salem, and her face was morphed and put on a bikini body. Now the bikini body was, that lady was fair, and Venupriya was Ritesh. But her entire village didn't believe this. Her own parents didn't believe, and then one day she committed suicide. 23-year-old girl. And in that letter, which I've seen, in that letter her last line was, Dad, for 1 minute also, if you could have heard me and believed me, I would have been alive. So this is the kind of dark world I'm always into. I mean, experiencing it, seeing it all day, all night. So now what is this deep nude? Here we could make out that this is a wheatish face and a fair body, or a fat face and a thin body, or vice versa. But with deep nude, you all, especially you girls, you should go onto a website called as deepnude.cc. Even otherwise, all of you, you must go over there. There's an option, upload a picture. Upload a picture over there. Actually upload a picture, don't take somebody else's. Means just try a lady's something, maybe, you know, it's generated through AI or whatever. Try that picture, put it up. In 30 seconds, it will give you the exact nude picture of that particular person. So if that person is sitting on a sofa with a black background, with some age, Ia written because you have taken this much, and a rector and acuity and this black and all that, you will see everything like that. You will see her hair matching to her body hair, to her pubic hair, her skin, everything matching. And 30 seconds. And how much do you have to pay? 33 rupees only. So why am I talking about this? Because we all have women at home. We are in an era you can't trust what you read, what you see, and what you hear also. You look at that fellow's channel, Arnab. He shows, some bloody big fire outside White House and this and that, but it was actually an AI generated one. So even when the journalists are not able to differentiate, then I think the nation needs to know that we can't trust them. It's pretty clear. The nation needs to know this, that we can't trust them at all. So we need to do that part. So I told you about Ganeshan and Rajendran. The third threat that's increasing is something that we refer as a grandparent scam. Do we have relatives abroad and relatives' kids? So let's say, ma'am, somebody calls you and he's your sister's son and says, Masi, please, I need you to do this and just transfer this much money. And he may speak in Marathi, in Gujarati or whatever. And he'll say, just transfer it because I'm not able to transfer this. And he's calling you, Masi, please transfer this money. You will recognize his voice and you will transfer it. The only thing is कि ये वो आपका वो भतीजा या भांजा नहीं था. His voice was cloned. It's so easy nowadays. You just go on to the Google Labs and it will provide it to you. You just have to just search voice cloning and you're going to get so much. There is something called as GitHub. There are repositories over there for hackers and for developers and everyone. Just put it up over there and you get voice cloning like anything. So the other grandparent scam which actually happened is, so I have a 19-year-old son. He's doing his first year MBBS. And then I have my father, his grandfather. And me and my wife, we are popularly known as a cyber couple of India. She's a cyber psychologist. So we are, quite many times out only and going out and talking and all. So somewhere or the other, like how these people have put up a poster that, Ritesh will be in DLC Pune. He'll be in Pune. So now if you'll see Nirali's in Goa, she's giving training to some students. So the hacker knows that the son Riyansh is all alone at home. Only the grandparents are there. A call will go to my 74-year-old dad, wherein Riyansh, my 19-year-old son, is wounded, is bruised, he's crying, and he's saying, "Dada, मेरे को ये आदमी हॉस्पिटल लेके जा रहा है. आप प्लीज 3 लाख रुपीस इधर ट्रांसफर कर डालो." My father or your father will do it because emotions, at that point, everything just goes behind. At that point of time, when you see somebody in blood and your own blood in blood, it's going to happen, right? He will pay up that money. Has it happened? Very often. A lady recently paid because she saw her daughter crying and screaming, and behind there was fire and everything, and there was this man trying to push her. The only thing common between Riyansh's call to my father and that girl is that both are deep fakes. I just need your photographs. Earlier I needed your videos. Earlier I needed a lot many photographs of yours. Now I just need even a single photograph to create you, not just in 3D but in real. So this is the information which needs to go down. 5 years back we were talking about misinformation. This is again going to be misinformation, but I call it as deep information. Literally a deep fake information. In Hong Kong, last 10 days back, 4 people come on a Zoom call. The CFO is there, the accounts person is there, there are 2 other board of directors. All 4 are chatting with each other, and the CFO asked the 2 directors, "So sir, should we proceed with this $25 million transaction?" "Yeah, please proceed." CFO tells the accounts guy, "Please transfer the money." He transfers the money. He was the only real guy in the meeting. The other 3 were deep fakes. We are like literally so close to it, and that's the reason. You asked about the chat GPT. What did chat GPT do? It picked up all the information and it's serving you, right? Samsung people, one of the employees, it put up the source code, of a particular software, asking it where are the loopholes, and that source code only got leaked through the chat GPT. So now in most of the organizations, if you see, chat GPT has been blocked. At the firewall level, we as cybersecurity experts, we strongly suggest that you block it, especially for the development team and other kind of team and all. And like you rightly said, that you need to penalize them. क्योंकि नहीं तो मालूम ही नहीं पड़ता ना भाई, मतलब अभी तो ऐसा लगता है सारे के सारे ऑथर्स बन गए हैं, सारे के सारे राइटर्स बन गए हैं, एक एक का मेल देखो, अरे वाह क्या पॉलिश्ड है. सो नाउ यू कांट इवन इंटरव्यू पीपल, सो यू हैव टू टेल देम भाई आगे आ, बैठ सामने, क्या पता तेरे को अगर मैं जूम पे भी बुलाऊंगा तो तेरा डीप फेक बना देगा, और वो राइट, इट्स हैपनिंग दैट, या, सो थिंग्स लाइक दीज आर हैपनिंग. Today it may be a surprising thing for you, but trust me, this is going to spread like fire. Ransomware, the biggest concern of the biggest of the organizations, and especially for the smallest. Why the smallest? Because the biggest of these organizations, like let's say Amazon and all, वो लोग तो बैकअप भी लेते हैं. हमसे पूछो कब बैकअप लिया था, सर 1 महीने पहले लिया था. हमारे पास तो डेटा ही नहीं रहता है. We are the NDA, no data available. So it's like that. So we need to make sure, because ransomware is now coming, understanding your infrastructure, and it is spreading like within seconds. First it would take days and days to get into one particular network, from there to another network, and then the third network and fourth network. But as of now, it will just enter and that's it. You got 40 computers, all 40 affected with ransomware. Today the news came, the ransomware people are now behaving like those farmers who are on protest. They are asking for that MSP, minimum selling price. These guys are doing like that. That 3% of your turnover is what we are going to negotiate finally at. Anything below and we are going to destroy the data. This is the news that came today. Because 2 days back, one of the famous ransomware gangs, Lockbit, so the FBI took control over it and they hijacked it and everything. So these guys have now come up with a bigger vengeance now, that if we attack 3% of your turnover, now whatever that turnover is, we are going to take that, otherwise we are going to blow up your hard disk, we are going to erase all the data. I always say, what's the prevention like? If you ask me, you would expect कि हाँ यार टेक्नोलॉजी वाला आदमी है, सिक्योरिटी वाला है, तो मैं आपको वो सब बकवास ज्ञान दूंगा, लॉन्ग पासवर्ड, स्ट्रॉन्ग पासवर्ड. भाई पासवर्ड है यार, कोई बच्चा नहीं जिसको कॉम्प्लान दो, लॉन्ग, स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड व्हाट नॉट यार. I think there are 3 tools that you need to download. On Insta there is something called as POV that's trending nowadays, right? POV, the point of view. My POV is something different. The P stands for practice the pause. You get some information, आलू डालूंगा सोना निकलेगा, pause. हमको फॉरवर्ड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Let's wait. We don't know what it is. We see okay that one Poonam Pandey died. Okay, we'll wait, Baba. We'll wait. जब तक जलेगी नहीं ना तब तक नहीं. We'll wait. You know how fake it was, right? उसके बाद से, and imagine our media, it was playing that news all day that Poonam Pandey is it, and that's Poonam Pandey, yaar, for God's sake, and she wasn't even dead. So let's pause. Let's not forward, like, retweet or whatever, The O, I say just replace it with the 0. Zero trust. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you read, look it with that doubt that this could be fake. Because you paused, because you applied the principle of no, it could be fake, of zero trust, you will automatically come to the third thing. Verify. Let's verify if this is the truth or not. Unfortunately, up till 2 years back or 4 years back, I used to say, okay, go and check the news channels if it is true or not. Now I can't even tell you that. There were very, very few people whom I follow, like Faye D'Souza or Boom Fact, the Boom Fact Check Live, wherein I will go and check whether this is true or not. Especially, it needs to be worthy about it. Not that I want to go and check from Faye D'Souza whether Poonam Pandey is alive or dead. It doesn't matter to me. But what matters to us, we need to apply these three things. And trust me, the moment you do these 3 things, there is no way that you will ever become a victim of cybercrime. Thank you so much. लेकिन एक बात याद रखना, अनूप सोनी, you know who would come on सावधान इंडिया, वो क्या बोलता था? सावधान रहिए, सतर्क रहिए. That was said by अनूप सोनी. मैं बोलता हूँ सावधान रहिए, सतर्क रहिए, लेकिन फिर भी कटेगा. That is from Ritesh with no money. हाँ, सबका नंबर आएगा. We just have to wait for that time. Okay. Any questions? Anybody? You can call me Ritesh, not sir. Ritesh. लीगल नहीं है ना, बट सी ना, आप पोर्नोग्राफी बैन करते हो, ठीक है, लेकिन ये जो थ्रेट है, पोर्नोग्राफी पे क्या होता है, कोई किसी की जबरदस्ती उठा के तो नहीं डाली है ना. दोज आर एक्टर्स हु आर गेटिंग पेड टू डू दैट जॉब. यू आर ब्लॉकिंग देम. व्हाट्स द पॉइंट? पीपल हैव अदर वेज टू वॉच इट, राइट? आपने xhamster.com ब्लॉक कर डाला, xhamster.desi आ गया. फिर आपने xhamster.desi ब्लॉक कर डाला, xhamster42.desi आ गया. आप बोलोगे आपको तो सारे लिंक्स याद है. हाँ भाई याद है, हम भी देखते हैं. सो deepnude.cc करके जो लिंक है, व्हाई इज इट नॉट बीइंग बैंड? बैन करना है तो ये बैन करो ना. एंड जवाबदारी किसकी है इस चीज की? डीप न्यूड की कोई जवाबदारी नहीं है. उसकी जवाबदारी, वो क्या चीज सोच के वो ये वेबसाइट अप किया है. वो बोलता है फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट. हाउ इज दिस इवन एंटरटेनमेंट? And now where are all those influencers and all those activists and all? Why are now they not protesting or saying things to bring this down? Where are all the other IT cells and all that? Why is this not being brought down? And then there are so many of it. तो जवाबदारी इनकी है. I think जवाबदारी हर AI platform की है, that it should say this is AI generated. That kind of a watermark should be put up. That this is AI generated. How else are we going to differentiate it? We are holding the social media people responsible, the intermediaries, which means Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That the moment you get something like this, bring it down. Bring it down in how much time? 48 hours? But a deep nude photo going, or some voice of, let's say, Jimmy saying something, you know, something very provocative, which the current ruling government won't, appreciate it. Can you imagine the impact on your business or on your business? Can you imagine the impact? 48 hours. But why aren't we putting the pressure on these cloning companies that whatever you create, there needs to be a watermark so that we can, a common person can see that, okay, this is, generated by AI. So I think that's the need of the hour. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll be around in case if you have any more queries. Thanks.